Well, good morning and welcome again to another one of my recordings. I'm not going to call it Down to Earth and Heavenly Minded because I'm not really recording a podcast today. I'm just giving you an introduction on a new project that I'm just getting ready to start. And I have it on the screen here. It's Dispensational Truth. When I first became a Christian, over 40 years ago, 40 some years now, back in 79. Well, I didn't know anything about the scriptures. Oh, I knew they existed. I had tried to read them one time, many, many years ago, but never really understood them. Like many others, I just kind of pushed it aside and forgot about it. Went about my life and not realizing that I was really lost. And what I mean by lost is I didn't know where I was going. I mean, when you're lost, that's exactly what happens. When you ask somebody, where's your eternal destiny? Where you're going to spend eternity? People will either say that once you die, it's all over. You don't exist anymore. And others will say, well, I hope I go to heaven. And some will even say, well, maybe I will go to heaven. I've done pretty good. Well, none of these things are true. The fact is, we are going to exist forever. God created us in his image, and he's eternal, and so are we. We're never going to die. Oh, yeah, we're going to die physically. Our bodies are going to die. But God is going to create for us what we call a spiritual body. The Bible speaks to this, but I'm not talking about that right now. But the fact of the matter is, getting back to dispensational truth, it's something that I never even really heard of the word before I was a Christian. So, what is dispensational truth? Well, to simply put it, it's different ages in the Bible, different time periods. Think of it as a big pie, and you slice the pie in half and in quarters and eighths, and you just keep slicing it. And that's what God did since the beginning of time. He's got different slices, different ages, different dispensations. And that's exactly what dispensationalism is. Dispensational truth is something that's taught in the Bible. And Clarence Larkin actually wrote a great book, and that's the book that I'm going to start my new project. And I got this book. Let me just jump into a website here, get into the right one here. Dispensational Truth. Here it is. Okay, I'm putting it on our website, on the Hiawatha Bible Chapel, and I'm starting a page, and I'm going to post all the videos, the charts, and everything on this page. And I'll give you a link to this page in the description. And also, I'm getting all this information from a website. It's hard for me to get to these things here because it is sharing the screen. Okay, there it is. It's Blue Letter Bible. And Blue Letter Bible actually has the complete layout for this website. It's I'll also put this link in the description too, so you can find it. But he has all these different charts, and let me just go to the very first chart just to show you what I mean. Here's a chart, okay? Now, in order to read this chart, because it's so laid out and text is so small, all you do is have to click on certain parts of it and it'll enlarge it. Let me just get myself out of the way here. There is much confusion in the New Testament because the Greek word aeon, meaning age, it's A-I-O-N as the Greek, meaning age, and it's been translated 8 different English words. And so if you read this chart, you can understand what he's talking about here. So I'm not going to go into detail on it, but there's a lot of confusion on the meaning of ages in the Bible. So let's just go back to the chart. He gives you the different views. This is dispensation as the Jews sees them, as postmillennialism sees it, how premillennialists see it, and then at the end here it shows how God sees it. Let's just take a look at the Alpha, the age of ages, which is brought up in Colossians 1:2. And then you see how he's got it laid out here. This is the Trinity at work in creation. This is the creative age. And then from that age, it goes into the age of confidence. And then let me just move out of here. We'll go back to the flood, the age of the law, the church age. That's where we're at right now. This was the first coming of Christ. And then from the church age, we're going to go into the kingdom age. And that'll be after the second coming of Christ. We read all about that in the book of Revelation. And then it goes right on into the perfect age at the end, which is the eternal age, or eternity, how I look at it. And this is kind of how God looks at it. And then he comes to the very last one, the Omega, the age of ages again. So really, God is outside the realm of time, and he's in the realm of eternity. And he can look at the beginning to the end. He sees it all at once. God is God. I mean, don't ask me to explain how God does this, because that's outside the box, and I can't think outside the box. It's funny that we're kind of in like a box of time, and that's what this chart is all about. Okay, let's just go back and go back one more. We're in the charts, and then we look at the mountain peaks of prophecy. That's another chart he has. And these charts will all be in, or it's on the Blue Letter Bible website, and you can go through them the same as me. But what my plan is to do is to take all the writings, like I'm starting out now. I did the forward already, and the next thing I'm going to do is chapter 1, which is the age of prophecy, or the prophesic world that we live in. And this is the one and I'm going to do the audios on all of these. So you can just listen to them, and you go to the charts and follow along, because at the bottom of this article is where that chart was found, that first one, and it explains the chart. So as we explain the chart, you can go and look up the actual chart and follow along. Okay, with that said, I'm just going to move this out of the way here. Just minimize this. So this is the project that we're going into. It's called Dispensational Truth. So with that said, I'm going to end this video. This is kind of an introduction to this study. And I hope you enjoy going through these projects of mine. And Clarence Larkin was actually an engineer, and he was a draftsman, and God used him to create all these charts so it would make it easy for us to understand. It's wintertime, and boy, it's sure cold in the house today. I got the heat up, but it just seems like when it gets below zero, it just penetrates. I got to have some hot coffee. Mm. Oh, this coffee's good. I forgot to put my coffee warmer on, though. I just put it on now. My coffee will get cold otherwise. And I like hot coffee. Okay, let's just stop our recording here, and we'll see you in the next recording. I can either pause or I can stop it. I'm just going to stop it. So bye for now, and I hope you enjoyed this study in dispensational truth. Bye for now.